I'm not feeling pretty good about what I'm watching, though. That's why I don't watch reality TV. It's ugly and uncomfortable.
Eric, do you think the stock reaction has to do with some of the clips that we just showed, or is it more about the executive departures which continue?
I think the deeper issue is the executive departures for today. But, you know, these kind of clips don't help in the short run. But I also think that a big component of Musk is built in to Tesla. Most of the core investors, they recognize they're dealing with this very eccentric, unusual figure. And I don't see many of them bailing. I think you're going to see more antics like this, but I don't think you're going to see them go away.
He's super busy and exhaused, but he has time to do this podcast and smoke weed or whatever it is, and drink whiskey, and he's missed tons of deadlines.
The bizarre effort to take the company private, just given his tweets and the reversal, do you think that should have given investors pause at that point?
Yes, absolutely. I think it raises some questions, certainly with those that are going to be hyper-conservative. But many, I think, are comfortable with the level of risk that is at play. And I think for those, they're likely to be really rewarded, especially now when you have people like, your guests and others who are very conservative in their approach and don't see through what could be just a very eccentric individual who is perhaps being more transparent, like consistent with how social media is done today, even the president operates today. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see what happens in a year when they become profitable.
As a believer, Eric, do you have faith in this board that they might? I mean, and there have been plenty of reports that they've asked him to stop tweeting and, are trying to get a handle on the situation, especially the take private situation. Eric, what gives you confidence with a lot of them very loyal to Mr. Musk that they can make a turn, or is that not what you're arguing?
Well, I think actually the fact that the board may be loyal, they don't have the guts to cut the Musk head off of the Tesla unicorn. It's not going to happen. So you're going to see, I think, the board continue. Well, I think you're going to see them continue to support Tesla. But, if your guest thinks that cutting Musk out of the equation is the right move, I mean, this is the genius behind this creation, and he's the genius that will likely bring that company to profitability. And I think Nancy, many investors still believe that.
Eric, sorry to cut you off. He's a singular guy. I mean,
absolutely.
In part, the genius of him is what you get that comes with the other part. They can't kind of be separated.
No, right. I do get that, and I'm also but I wouldn't call me conservative. We bought this stock at 180. We sold it at 340. So we took a nice double on it. But you start to add up the cumulative effect of all of these actions, and you say, if this whole company's valuation is dependent on one person, that's not investing to me. That's gambling. So I find better places to be. I get the vision. I love the car. I think, everything that he's done has been exceptional. But I think the wheels are coming off, and we're watching it in real time.
Eric, very quickly, any concern to you, the sell-off in the bonds, the fact that this company is still very reliant, obviously, on its vendors, believing in it, and continuing to extend credit?
No, because you're looking at a Model 3 that is crushing it, that's kicking out tremendous cash. So I don't think cash is going to be a big issue. And I think you're also getting leverage in terms of profitability on the Model 3, big gross margins. So I would imagine that the targets in 2019 for profitability are going to be there. And then everyone, the vendors, conservative analysts, investors that have been short, suddenly are going to sing a different tune. That's what I think is going to happen.